actually losing that the main reason in the first place, while we don't belong anywhere else except Biafra. You see, Biafra has been there. In the 1500s, Biafra was there. When the Portuguese and the British people were trading their nonsense transatlantic trade, Biafra was there. You see, we are not craving for our own place because of craving's sake, or because Nigeria is corrupt, or because southern and northern protectorates of Nigeria was merged. We need to find our people. That is what we are talking about. We need to find where our people are, and so that our children will not lose focus. That is what what Biafra is all about. We need to come together and find our people. Biafra is separate. You see? Ehen. So, you know, America, Israel, where we really, everybody really appreciate, but I don't want us to lose focus. Yeah, because it will get at a point when Nigeria, they'll be helping Nigeria. Then they may tell us to, you see, the security is not being solved, that we no longer have any reason to fight for our Biafra. Nambakwa. We must not lose focus. Mazen Namdi Kanu and our PM. Yes, we are Biafrans. We are separate. We are, I mean, we are nobody else except that way that Chukwokika Abiyama made us. Igbo, Ijo, Efik, Ibibio, Urobo, Isoko. Yes, all these people are connected with one blanket.
Add your own. Add your own.
All these people, you have one place now. They are brothers and sisters, for heaven's sake. Yes. And then why do we always bring in that Gulf of Guinea? We are not even close to these other people. They are just surrounding Biafra. I took my time to go and read a little bit about that, what that bite of Biafra is all about. That bite of Biafra has always been there. Imokonandi Nigeria have changed that bite of Biafra to bite of Boni. Are we going to allow this, my people? They changed it after 1975 and now calling it bite of Boni, trying to erase our heritage out from the surface of this earth. And I get where? Something that Chukwokika Abiyama gave us. You're now calling it bite of Boni. But while many things have gone on that bite of Biafra, the places that are surrounding that bite of Biafra, this Equatorial Guinea, Boni, separate. No, that is we must fight. We must fight to regain our heritage, what God gave us. That is the essence of me opening this space. I don't want us to. No, it's not only because Nigeria is corrupt or Nigeria is evil, they're killing people. But we must get all these things back. That is what we are talking about. We are brothers and sisters, for heaven's sake. I have went to do small research again. Many similarities between Efik and Igbo. And then inside Efik, there is a group of people called Arochukwu. Or Kennedy, why do we want us to scatter us everywhere? In the olden days, all these places, they are small kingdoms ruling themselves, but all of them are gathered under Biafra. You see it? Yes, they are all these clans, kingdoms, but they are self-governed. You got to go? Yes, but they are in a particular area now. You see it? And all those areas are surrounded by it of Biafra. It's good to go and make research. Oh. All of us not need to go and know our history. Oh. Yes. We must go and read all these things. You see? We must not lose focus of the initial quest for our Biafra. We are Biafrans. Hey. So, you know, we are very grateful, and we know we are looking for recognition with America and Israel. Eh, good. So that when we are tabling our, you know, our grievances and why we don't want to lose ourselves, this must be number one. We are separate tribe from Yoruba and Hausa, Mba and Bini. We are not. There's no connection at all. They were just neighbors. Just neighbors, Kahabu. Nothing is connecting us with all these people. And we need to get ourselves back. Nigeria cannot erase Biafra. Mba, I not there before whatever that is going on there. So if Yoruba clan does not want to get themselves back, that one is their own business. We need to go and look for our people. Our children must come home. We must come home. You say it, my people. It was Ekechachalowa. It was created. And then that group of people was given a particular area to go and inhibit, but not as a general rule. Small, small kingdoms. But they were ruling themselves, you see. So these Portuguese and these British people, they just came and scattered everything. How can we be there? Our history will be erased. I didn't even know. It's just small Google. You see, oh, so this thing is now bite of the bite of Biafra is not even bite of Boni. What audacity? Eh? Just say one number that can only hear. Hey, no, this one pay me special. This one pay me. You see? And that bite of Biafra it is surrounded by rivers, you know. And that is why that Gulf of Guinea is very important. You hear our APM talking about Gulf of Guinea. That it needs security there because of terrorism. You see, because nobody know what Nigeria is using that bite of Boni to do now. They're doing all sorts of atrocities in that place. If we are so Biafra is very deep. It's not, it not be today. It's not, if you open Google is not telling the true story. It's not, because they only start from 1967. Foul. Biafra did not start from 1967. That's a big lie. That it was Ojukwu adopted the name Biafra. Now they're lying against us. No, no. It has been there. No, no. What I'm telling you, my brothers and sisters, this afternoon, is that we have our brothers and sisters in Warri. We have our brothers and sisters in Sapele. We have brothers and sisters in Bayelsa. We have brothers and sisters in Boni. Why did they rename Bite of Biafra? Why did they rename him Bite of Boni? Eh? Just scatter the whole tribe. Just displace them, scatter them, just scattered everybody and continue to lie to them that they are not Biafra. Eh? Our blood just spread everywhere. When you're telling if you get a body child down, some of them they are not believing because they have been lied to them. Ebido. Eh? You know that when I was small, eh, I remember that time when we go to holiday in Onitsha. Yeah? And when you be speaking English, Children will be following you and be, if you're not, these people just want to deceive our children. I remember me and my senior sister, we were very small. We went to holiday to on a Chodapo, and we pretended we didn't know how to speak Igbo. Children were following us at the back. That is as if we were Oyibo. This is the way they deceived our children, not to associate with Igbo.
And they go to
You
Twitter.
see?
Only
So this
Twitter.
deceit did not start today. They started it immediately after the Civil War to deceive our children, take them away from, let them not talk about Biafra again. Yes, we know that security, we have security problem. Yeah, quite all right. And we are grateful to Israel and America to meddle. But at the end of the day, this must be our focal point. You cannot take away God's given history. We are separate tribe. We are different from the place that they amalgamated us to. I the separate. We must fight to get our heritage back. We must fight to get what God gave to us back. We must get our children back. You see? Eh, it's not like Yorubas. Yorubas that together. Yeah, the only thing that they were amalgamated to Hausa. No, now our own is different. Totally different completely. Didn't you hear some adopts people speak that when Biafra go, they don't know where to belong. They don't know where to put themselves. Are they going to fall into Yoruba or are they going to fall into Biafra? So I really pity the Mubili people. You see? But that's not, it's not our business. Our business is that God gave us a particular territory with similar attributes, similar culture. That is what we. That is supposed to be our number one focal point. Before we now enter into, we are being intimidated, marginalized. Nigeria has expired. The amalgamation is supposed to be scattered by now, so that the amalgamation, the people will go to their separate areas and go and stay. Our people are just all over the world. Biafrans, eh? Biafra did not start 1967. It's a God given area. In Nekwea, you can see that place, one bite of Biafra. Where did it? It didn't fall from heaven. And then you want to rename it another name so that our children will not know. Mama, when you're ready, you can raise your hand. Well, before I go into something else. So my dear people of Biafra, yes, good. So the question now is, who are we, and how do we put this into action? Ehen. How has it been put into action? Good. Well, civil war have happened, and that one did not work. Then many years passed, and Razulike actually tried again. It did not work. Then our leader Mazen NNAMDI KANU started again. You see? So, but what propelled, if that maybe Nigeria is a manageable place, maybe we would have forgotten our heritage. You see? But the other country is nothing to talk about. And maybe Chukwokika wanted it that way. Yeah, because this it's very bad if you're created in a certain manner and you're given particular attributes to belong in a certain, it's not good. You must not lose your identity. Yes, because in this place that I'm living, I always hear them say British patriots, British patriots. Yes. So why can't we have our own Biafra patriots? Why should we allow our people to scatter everywhere? If you're telling a Biafran that you're a Biafran, he will be arguing with you. No, we are Nigerian. What nonsense, Mbano? The generation of the 1980 generation and 2000 generation, they were being deceived. They have been deceived, and that is why we are trying to correct the wrongs now. But our own children must fall in line. That is what we are saying. Ụmụ anyị ga-fall natakwa in line. Oh. This deceit, this deceiving must stop. They must go home. Ekele anyị, kenye anyị somewhere particular. Anyị nwere ube, we have a place. It's just that it's surrounded with all these other places. Nigeria has never been in existence. It's other clans, like other areas like Yoruba, that surrounded Biafra. Ehen. It was these British people that came and scattered what people were just on their own, living their own way of, separate way of lives. No, we must not allow that to happen. That other Boni one, they pay me. So which means Boni people are Biafrans. Ekwe ifune ya, ndị Boni ahụ wụ ụmụnna anyị. But ị na-akọta akọ Biafra now, ha na-akụlaba ndazụ. When you're ready, you can go ahead. It's just a small space before fundraising starts. Sorry.
Yeah, can I go ahead?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, sis. Thank you. Happy New Year.
Same to you.
I greet all Biafrans. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are joining us from. You know, when we are talking about the reason why we are Biafrans, there are so many reasons. Number one reason is the one you pointed. We are Biafrans, we are not Nigeria. We are forced under the barrels of gun to be called this useless Nigeria, nigger area, a curse name, a curse country. As a matter of fact, there is so many reasons. Number two, we can never belongs to a country that are terrorists. We doesn't have anything to do with Fulani, Hausa, Yoruba, and that. We don't have any similarity. We don't have any culture in common. There is nothing whatsoever that brings us together with these people. When we are moving forward, these people are envy about us. They don't want to see us, and they don't want us to be free. So there is many reasons. When we are counting it, first reason is that we are Biafrans. We are forced under a barrel of gun to answer that useless name called Nigeria. That is one thing the world should know first. Then second, we cannot never belongs to a terrorist country, an Islamic nation. For some people, for some gullible Nigerians that doesn't, as a matter of fact, I don't know the kind of brain that these Nigerians were made of. Upon all the killing, all the massacre, the Fulani and some few people are looting and stealing them dry. Yet you can still see people defending that country. Even those who are even still begging for food, you still see such people defending that Nigeria. Sometimes it marvels me. Sometimes I feel like these people are under a spell or a curse. So for we Biafrans, there is 1 million and 10 million reasons why we must live, why we are not supposed to have anything to do with these people. People who are backward, people who take terrorism, who kill human being as if human being worth nothing. In our land, we respect blood. As a matter of fact, we don't see blood in our land. It is of recent that blood becomes nothing. Even up to now, our Biafran people, we respect blood. We don't share blood. But look at what these Fulanis are doing. Look at terrorist Shetima, who is in the Asu Rock as a vice president. Is that the kind of a country we wish to belong? So I want to use this opportunity to call all Biafrans. Today is our fundraising, the first fundraising in 2026. I want to encourage all Biafrans. Let us come out in mass. Like some of you are jubilating and happy with Somaliland. Somaliland defended their land, and that is why they were being recognized, because they have gotten their territory. Let us wake up and do the needful in order for we to defend our land and get our territory. When we get our territory, the world will see reasons to recognize us. Let us do the needful. We are expected to do the needful before we can now ask the other people to help us. If you are not doing anything, you cannot ask anybody to help you. Just like somebody who fall down and you fall down, you remain on the ground, you just lie there and sleep. Who do you expect to come and bring you up? But when you fall into a hole and you raise up your hand, that means you are asking for help. Then people will now bring you up because you have raised your hand. That is what we are going to do. That is what we are calling everybody, for we to come out and do the ones we need to do. Then we can now raise hand and they call others to come and help us. So I must encourage all Biafra in this year 2026. Let us come in mass. Let us come in mass. Let us support our defense forces so that they can do the job for we to go and leave that terrorist country called Nigeria. So that is just my contribution I want to give. Thank you very much, Sister Nki, for hosting us. Thank you very much, all Biafrans that have gathered. Please, if you have not shared this space, I don't know what you are waiting for. Kindly share this space so that the few minutes we will spend here, we will have a maximum attendance here. Thank you very much. I yield my mic. Day one.
They were my brother Onyanyere. Yes, so yes. Yeah, because we remember that we need to fight and defend our territory. Yeah, because we cannot put every work, all the work on the United States and on Israel. Yes, we have a territory to fight for. You see, so I'll come to that one. This from the dot. No. When you're ready, Nero. This from the dot. You can go ahead if you're ready.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Namdo. Good afternoon.
Yeah, friends, good afternoon, good morning, good evening from everywhere you are domiciled. I want to use this medium to encourage Biafrans that we are not conquered people. Nobody can conquer us. We are ancient people, Ndegbo. And when we give the Fulani the impression that we are conquered, then they can go ahead and do whatever they want to do. I want to let Biafra know that we have more power than even the so-called zoo governments. Just go and watch the Sultan of Sokoto. He's running. Many of the terrorist sympathizers are running. When the fire is not even burning, but they are running. To tell you how powerful you are. We are no more protesting in Biafra land. We now have avenue for the protest, which is funded. We must fund our liberation. this year 2026, by the grace of Elohim, the more we fund and the more we raise fund for our lobbies, the more the recognition come quicker. Somalians haven't they have seek for freedom for over 34 years, but they have not lost the kind of life you have lost in Biafra land. But you have to keep fighting because no freedom doesn't come cheap. You have to keep fighting. So I encourage Biafrans that we keep fighting. Of a truth, we're not leaving the zoo because of terrorism, because we know that Nigeria will become a dangerous place to live if not being divided. That's why our leader have been fighting, giving prophecies that their so-called men of God cannot even articulate or come close to. But here we are now, standing strong for our freedom. We will not back down. This 2026, this is January. Before December, great news, good and wonderful news of celebration will come to this platform. We will rejoice because the enemy tried last year to use division to divide us from what we are doing, bringing saboteurs and accountability, whatever. But at the end of the day, Elohim prevailed. Those who he chose for the work, we are the children of light. We stood our ground. We took back our government and we start everything afresh and did the right thing. We are with the right cabinet now. So donating to our freedom or your freedom is non-negotiable. We must do that wholeheartedly. You can see how the terrorist regime in Venezuela, what happened to them this early morning. Same thing can be applied to the zoo without their useless election, because we're not waiting for the election for this to happen. We are waiting for more funding, more action. When we put more action, the world will hear our story. The world is already hearing our story. Many people are behind us. Even if they don't come out to say they're behind us, we are Jewish, we are Christians. They are behind us. They are just waiting for little more push from us, and everything will sit. And at the end of the day, we have all the cause to glorify God because only Him can do this. Many people have come to this struggle. They lost their way. They fell out from the trend, did so many things, collected money, but the new ones are still standing strong. And those who God have come called out to fight this freedom are here doing the needful, both in the media, in the cabinet, in the government. Everybody is doing their work diligently. So I just wish Biafrans will hear you to our advice and support our freedom, fund it in the homeland. When I meet so many people to tell them about the struggle, that they should be on S, let me add them on S so that they will do the needful, repost, share our space, come online, contribute, make their submission. They'll be like, yeah, no government. No more protesting again. So the government to come and harm you. Just fund. Look at the right channel. Fund on the bridge cabinet, on the bridge account. Your freedom is already going on air. You're already there. You don't need to protest again. Carry flag here and there. We have passed that stage. The protest you are hoping on, the protest of declaration, that we totally free, like Somaliland. We cannot carry flag here and there. Not now. No, we don't need protest. We need funding. So we encourage all Biafrans to fund any little way. And we also encourage the media to stand their ground. We are the media now. Now we get the media now. They cannot change anything. They cannot stop us. We are unstoppable. We are the media now. Thank you. They won.
Yes, so yeah, this from the dots. Thank you so much. Yeah, you have reminded me, yeah, to give accolades to our media people. Yes, so that is that I've never seen a powerful media media department that is as such as Biafra Republic Government in Exile. So thank you so much, everybody that is putting up efforts. Yes, to be on this struggle and be part of the media that is giving basketballs to the zoo. All right. So before I go to Nero, are you ready? Yeah, you can go ahead, Nero.
Yes,
Okay, ma'am.
yes. So, greetings, greetings, Biafra. Madam Enke, I greet you,
Thank you.
Dave. Because there's no time, all protocols observed. I just want to, in 2 or 3 minutes, just throw more light on what Madam Enke said as regards to the bite of Bonnie.
Good.
You know, sometime in 2014, 2015, I was in Bonny Island. In fact, it's called Bonny Island. And I stayed there for close to 6 months. While I was there, Eziokumdine, everything those people were saying, they speak Igbo,
Oh,
100.
sorry.
In fact, where I stayed, it was called Ablamabie. For anybody that have been to Bonny Island, there's a particular place called Ablamabie. But the landlord the house I stayed, the landlord's name, I think is Ifeanyi also. So I was confused. I don't know who to share you know, the things that was juggling through my mind. And then one day I asked him that, please, that this name Ablamabie, is it Igbo or a Bonny language? He said it's Igbo. That the original name is Abiaram Biabili.
Oh,
Like I came here to live.
see?
So they now named it Ablamabiye or something. So when Madam Inki, you came up and then you spoke about Bonny Island, it reminded me of, the things that I saw there. Our people are in Bonny Island. We are there. They don't speak Yoruba. They don't speak Hausa. They speak Igbo. So long as you understand Bia, so long as you understand these simple terms in Igbo, you will understand every single thing our people are speaking over there. And when we talk about the Gulf of Guinea is far more closer to that Bonny Island itself. So, like Madam Nki said, when our PM always talk about the Gulf of Guinea, the Gulf of Guinea. Okay, so this is just a little light I just want to throw, as regards to them changing that place from Bight of Biafra to the Bight of Bonny. It's intentional. It's just like what they did in Iguacha. When you hear names like Rum Okoro, is supposed to be Umu Okoro, not Rum Okoro, and all of that. So I just wanted to share this. Dalun.
Dalurin them, my brother Nero. Okay, so on what I found on when I googled Biafra, so it's an ancient kingdom near, that is kingdoms near the Bight of Biafra, that have self-governance. Na anokwa Igbos, Ijos, Efik, Ibibios. Eh? Bight of Biafra is surrounded by northern Gabon. Do you see the people that we're supposed to be doing business with? Not with all this nonsense Nigerian. Northern Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, Bonny, Old Calabar. What are you going on? Nothing. Nothing is concerning us with these nonsense people. We're separate. Dr. David is coming out. I'm telling you people, my brothers and sisters, we have a territory to defend. Whether Israel, America, or any other country is also helping. I'm with a territory called Biafra, Bight of Biafra. We must snatch that Bight of Biafra. We must get it back. It's not Bonny. It's not Bight of Bonny. It's Bight of Biafra. We must return our heritage back before Nigeria became a southern protectorate, scattered everything. These British people. That is what I'm telling you. So that at the end of the day, we'll still talk about funding. Yes, we have a territory to fight for while we wait for America and Israel. But if you see now, they are helping Nigeria. On the Nigeria, how can I money? But I want us to bring it home. We are not part of Nigeria. Israel is Christians in Nigeria, Christians in Nigeria. But I want us to have it in mind that we have Biafra to fight for. Yes. So that we're funding. We remember that most funding is supposed to go back home. While our APM continues with the diplomatic side. Yes, it's not when this thing, when Israel will come in now, they will tell us that security is now being subsided. We don't longer have a reason to leave. Mbakwa, we must no. We must not forget our reasons in the first place. Because also Nigeria kind of no good now. Ah, Max, no, are you ready? Okay. Man X, did you share the space? Let's see.
Yeah, I can share it next time.
Okay. Can go ahead. If I finish what I want to say, if you have no more speaker, I've closed. What I want to say, I've said it already. If you can go ahead, Man X.
All right, thanks for the opportunity. I just wanted to throw one or two cents and then drawing inference from what you said earlier. One of the things I wanted to call out is these the colonial strategy and the colonial plans, right? So immediately they conquer any territory or any place they actually capture. One of the strategies they normally use is to change the name. If you look back, I don't know how many people have actually seen this movie called Ruth. There was a guy there called Toby by them, but his name was Kunta Kunte. They try everything within their power to break his spirit, but he refused to answer the name given to him by the colonial masters. He kept fighting, until he broke loose. But I don't want to go in that line. But what I'm trying to say is one of the strategies the British actually handed the Fulani Caliphate is change their name, make them to dislike their territory, and then embrace the people that are actually killing them. So after the Biafran War, if we actually see the movie, once they capture an area, they try as much as possible to change the name. Like when they started around the coastal area, they make it, abominable to see yourself as a Biafra. You now see our people being scared to answer Biafrans. That's where the whole thing actually comes in. You see like someone that answer even Ifoma, Choma around the riverine area to tell you that they are not able, because of the fear as of then. Most of them denied their identity, even till today, because if you actually identify yourself as a Biafran, chances are you're going to be killed. Remember what happened in Asaba, so this thing, it instigates some sort of fear to make us Biafrans not identify ourselves or like ourselves. So these are like their strategy to handle the Fulani, and they carried it to today. So if you say like they changed the Bite of Biafra to Bite of Guinea, is as their plan to make sure that Biafra does not exist. But we thank our God, we are still surviving till today. So some of the things that you see happen today, it's just people that actually, stand their ground no matter what, to make sure that the Biafran spirit keep flying and the Biafran spirit is in all of us, But no matter what they do, we're still gonna be here and we're still gonna be Biafra. Biafra is what we want, and that's exactly what we're gonna get. Another thing I wanted to point out is when they change your identity, they make you appreciate them. If you check, like I think back then in Nigeria, some people will tell you, I don't speak Igbo. My house, they look at it like, oh, my kids do not speak Igbo, or my kids or my children, they don't speak Igbo. If you speak Igbo to them, they may not understand. They try to take their kids to maybe private schools and other stuff, and then deny them their heritage or to understand their culture. Sometimes, so they see it as a high thing that your kid is not speaking Igbo. It's only when you travel out, maybe if you stay in America or UK, or maybe you see like Indians, they carry their culture no matter where they go. If you remember back then, I think Rishi Sunak, the first thing he did is just like introduce his culture when he entered the seat in UK. But if it's us, they want to deny their heritage or who they are. So many people, I think Enke mentioned this earlier, right? You're trying to say, oh, I don't speak Igbo. And you see people appreciate you or look at you that way. And sometimes, most people that travel out, they still cause this. When they go down, even though you're living life here, you're struggling, but if you go back home, you make it look like here is better. And most people would just like appreciate you for, coming from abroad. This is just like something handed out by, colonial master, how we reverence them and we carry it out even to tomorrow. It's time for us to appreciate who we are, appreciate our culture, and all the names they changed, we have to get them back and make sure that our heritage and our culture is not lost. Another thing, one of the things I wanted to call out again, it's like after the war, they made sure that the leaders are always from a particular group or particular region, especially the North. And whenever they are in power, they come to your street and name them against their name. You hardly go to the North, see like, oh, this Agui-Runsi Road, or maybe this is a Buhari Road, or whatever, maybe an Igbo name. But if you come down to our side, you will see like our roads, this one is called, even our schools, our university, they name them against their name. That's dominance. Airport, Murtala Muhammad, So, and they make sure like in your region, none of your airport actually functions. So whenever you go internationally, all their names and everything associated with them is only what is visual to the outside world. And then yours is buried, So they have strategy and they have so many ways to make sure that your existence actually eliminated. They might not tell you straight on. However, they have a way of gradually, trying to take you off book. However, Biafrans are here. We will make sure that everything these guys actually took out from us, we will get them back and more. They will,
my brother. As we were growing up, you see them writing names of Igbo speakers in class. I don't know if they still do that nonsense up till now. Names of vernacular speakers. Trying to just wipe something out of the surface of the earth. If you speak Igbo, they'll write your name and they'll go and flog you later. Can you imagine that kind of brainwashing? Where is Lobe? Oh, Dr. David. Welcome, yeah? All right. Thank you.
I think
No.
good afternoon. Let me co-host. Let me hold the line first.
All right.
I was a victim of this nonsense. But all Chukwuzorom, thank God that I'm a Biafra, I'm a full-blooded Biafra. That is the only hope. That is the only thing that saves me. If not, all this nonsense, vernacular speaking, going to private school, speak English, you come back from school English, bring teacher for you English. Without any history. This way, let me just yield my mic first. I'll come back.
Okay. I've sent it. You can accept it. Dr. King David. Welcome. Yeah. Lobe.
And thank you so much. Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you so much for bringing us back. You see, what you just did now, you just brought us back. You just want us to reflect back on who we are. Yes. But first of all, before I proceed with my submission, I welcome everybody to the Biafran community. Yes, you are in a Biafran community. And I want you to know that, just like the topic said, Biafra is a distinctive territory. This is absolutely right. So if you are in this community and you know that your mother Sorry, I had a call. I still believe you can hear me.
We can hear you.
Okay. So, if you are in this community and your mother tied two-piece wrapper, in fact, oh my God, Biafra has a distinctive territory. Our territory is defined by our tradition, our way of life. First of all, our leader, NNAMDI KANU, made us to understand that each and every one of us, we are Igbo. First, we are Igbo. What it means is that if you are an Efik, you are an Ibibio, you are an Anang, you are an Izong, you are an Ishekiri, you are an Urobo, you are an Isoko Urobo. Go and find out who is your next cousins. You will find out that it will give you Igbo is your next cousins. So what it means is that each and every one of us, we are one people. Then to define our territory distinctively, check if your mother in the village tie 2 pieces of wrapper on her waist. Automatically you are an Igbo man. Automatically you are a Biafran. There is no, it is only the Biafran people, the Igbo people that is known by these 2 pieces of wrapper. Another thing is that, what about the 4 market days? The Eke, the Oye, the Afo, and Nkwo. It is the Igbo race that is defined with these 4 market days. So this territory of 18 is something that each and every one of us in this Biafran platform, in this Biafran community, should, reflect at the back of your mind. You see this bunny, bite of bunny, it doesn't matter what they speak. If you check the language that they speak, you will see that the colonizers, the people who tried, in fact, a lot of injustice was done to the Biafran race. A lot of injustices was done to us. They tried to destroy our heritage. They tried to destroy our tradition. They tried to destroy who we are. That is the reason why they stopped the teaching of history in our schools. When you go to Port Harcourt, for instance, you will see a name like Rumo Okoro. And what is the meaning of Rumo Okoro? It makes no sense. But the real name is Umu Okoro. Umu Okoro. Who are the Umu Okoro? Is it not Igbo language? When they come, they say Ibuzo. What is Ibuzo? Igbo Binuzo. So these are the abnormalities that the Nigerian government took time in order to erase our history, in order to change who we are on the face of this very earth. So a lot of injustices have been done to you and to me. And it is our responsibility at this time to try to stay on the path of truth and be able to bring the history to its proper place. So when our sister said that Biafra is a distinctive territory, of course, each and every one of us should reflect on that. And remember that this is just the fact. There is no 2 ways about it. So we have a distinctive territory. And these people try to destroy where we are coming from because of their evil plans and evil intentions about the Biafran people. Now, just like our sister was saying, we have to start now to take that which belongs to us. We have to start, extricating or removing ourselves out of Nigeria. We have to start to focus on who we are and what we are fighting for. We have to now stop associating ourselves with Nigeria because we are not Nigerians. Irrespective of what the American government and the Israel is doing in Nigeria, yes, that is for Nigeria, but we Biafrans should always be focused on what we are fighting, which is our nation, trying to reclaim that which was taken away from us. This is very, very important, and everybody should very much be mindful of this. Let us not always try to link ourselves with Nigeria so that in the near future, it will be as if, we are trying to, how do you say? There is secede. We are trying to secede. No, before Nigeria, there have been Biafra. It is this forced amalgamation that try to lump people together, people who don't have the same ideology, people who don't believe in the same God, people who don't believe, have the same culture, even our food are very, very different. So this is one of the evils of the British government against the Biafran people. And now that we try to reclaim who we are and take back that which belongs to us, we must remain very much focused on what we are doing and our territory. Let us be always define who we are. We are Biafrans. And this is the reason why this community was created, for you to remember who you are and associate with your community, and try as much as possible to be in line and in tune with what your community is doing to free you and free your people out of this bondage that we find ourselves. Very, very important. Please jettison whatever have happened in the past. If you are in this community and you fell apart 2 years ago or 1 year ago, or you fell apart months back, I want you to understand that you are a Biafran. If you have a focus point, if you have the reason why you joined the Biafran Restoration Project, if you know the reason why you have a soft heart for Biafran restoration, this is the time for you to demonstrate it by joining the force against those who are coming to destroy who we are. Okay, so forget about Ogechukwu Nkere is not your problem. Sonia Akpanawa is not your problem. The problem that we have is the Nigerian government and their cohorts in our land who try to destroy who we are, who try to destroy our race, who want to hand us over to aliens, to people who are alien to us, to people who we don't share the same ideology, we don't share the same religion, we don't share the same culture. They want to destroy that, the history that Okike gave to us, time immemorial, before you and I was born. This is the people that we are fighting against. And if we don't stand our ground at this time to achieve this feat, it is going to be really difficult for us to be able to meet up on what we want in this generation and generation to come. Very, very important. So my wonderful Biafran brothers and sisters who are on this community, Biafran community, come down from your high horses. If anybody have offended you in any way, know you this day that the Biafra that we all are fighting will be beneficial to each and every one of us. It is not the property of NNAMDI KANU. Neither is it the property of Ogechukwu Nkere or Prime Minister Simon Ekpa or the property of anybody in this platform. No. We are fighting for the collective interests of the Biafran people. More importantly, the generation that will follow us. Because, you know, the generation that left could not be able to restore Biafra after the forced amalgamation. This our generation, our leader NNAMDI KANU, our prime minister have told us, have made revelations that Chukwu Okike Abiama have decided to hear the prayer of his children who have been subjugated for a very long time and have decided to grant us our request and take us back to that lost glory and take us back to the land of our ancestors, and that Biafra must be restored in this our own time. So it is our responsibility, you as a Biafran, you as a Isoko, you as a, from Urobo, you from Efik, you from Igodo, all of you that know that your father, your mother tied 2 pieces of wrapper, it is our responsibility to now come together and find this cause once and for all and get this our nation. Because once we get our nation, all those things that the enemy has taken away from us, all those history that they have rewritten, we are going to bring it back to how it was before they changed it. And that is the beginning of the glory of our land, Biafra. Very, very important. So Biafra have a very distinctive territory. And that territory You can only describe it, or you can tell somebody if you're asking you, is Isokurobo Biafran territory? Is on Biafran territory? Is Efik Biafran territory? You ask them, in Efik, do their mother tie 2 pieces of wrapper? If they say yes, that's it. That's Biafran territory. Very, very important. Terrorism that we are talking about, that Nigeria should be held accountable, that Nigeria should be held accountable for the atrocities against the people and the genocide against Nigerians and Biafran Christians and all the rest of them. It is not our vocal point or the reason why we are leaving Nigeria. No. The reason why we are leaving and exiting Nigeria is because in the first place, we are forcefully amalgamated. We are not the same people. We don't share the same ideology. We don't share the same religion. We are different from one another. So, and we want to remain the way we were before the coming of the colonizers. That is practically the reason why. And because coupled with their policy of annihilation against us, the harassment, the intimidation, the killings, everything that is evil that have to do with Nigeria in Biafran territory, we say no, we can no longer. In fact, as a matter of fact, the amalgamation had a clause. It's a forced amalgamation. It has a clause. And that clause, it expired in 2014. So we are taking back our nation so that we can restore it and live as humans. So thank you so much, Sister Nkiru. I'll come back. I yield my mic.
All right, thank you, Mazi David. I really appreciate you. Since we have more hands on ground, so we'll just try to take the hands and we'll come back again. Thank you very much for that, your submission. And all these things you just said are the things that we Biafrans should take into consideration and begin to look into critically. And we already know the solution. And but without wasting time, I will allow our comrades, to air their opinion before we come back and that set more on that issue. Thank you. So, Lobe, I don't know if you are ready. Yeah, thank you. You have the mic.
Yeah, bro, 1 million. Thank you. I greet the house. Been a long time, but keeping the house busy till this time. I appreciate all of you, Madam Kiru Chineke gozie gị nne m. Ọ ga-adịrị unu mma. You see, one of the reasons why we are doing what we are doing is because the damage that the Nigeria have brought to our people, even after we have regained control of our borders, it's still going to take us more than 10 to 15 years or even 50 years to fix some certain things, orientation, something that they have done to our people. One day when I was in Port Harcourt in 2012, I went to Uniport. On my way going back to inside Port Harcourt. Then around Uniport, we enter the taxi. One man says he's coming to Humukuta. This man said he's a Kwikwe man according to her. According to him, when he said Humukuta, people begin to say there was a big argument inside the taxi. Room is called Rumukuta. The other one said it's Umukuta, not room. So this room and the there was one lady working in Wazobia FM there, and the lady was saying, "Is it that Igbo people sometimes colonize Port Harcourt?" And this Ikwere man said, "No. There was never a time like anything like colony that the whole of Ikwere, the whole of Port Harcourt belong to Igbo people." The man is a Ikwere man. He said, everybody from Ikwere, so-called Ikwere, that the places you are calling Onyo Igbo today, also Igbo, begin to try to make people understand. But yet, some of these people who have come to our land to conquer it decide to change those names. And like one of our brothers said here, that after the war, a lot happened. People were scared of identifying themselves as Igbo people so that they will not get killed. But over the time, cowardness entered into it. Even you see some people, like one of our sister was saying, I was beaten in school because I told myself I was speaking Igbo language. I said, "Then your mom is the care of that man." I said, "Then your mom is no, you're not so the care. Or you then your mom." Man on that class, mom na papa. Me we get attack. I say, "Must be car." Mom him so I was beaten up against it because I have then your mom. I was beaten up after your mom and come back to the class. So this thing is one of the things that happen to our people, trying to change our identity, trying to make. I'm not saying that speaking English language is bad. I'm not saying that speaking any of the international language is bad. But what I'm saying is that this thing that I've done to our people is the reason why you see a Biafran supporting Nigeria, people like Hope Uzodinma, people like I read a post somewhere yesterday, Dave Umar is saying that Tinubu have given them Biafra, and I was asking myself, is it because you are not the Minister of Transportation? Is that Biafra in your mind? Is that the kind of Biafra we're looking for? And let me also say that even as US and Israel is talking about Nigerian Christian, I'm happy because I'm a Christian. That somehow now somebody is now remembering that the Christians is being killed in Nigeria. But we should not take our mind off the board because destroying terrorists in Nigeria does not stop Nigeria army from killing our people. Even as I'm talking like this now, even America is bombing Sokoto, the Nigerian army and police are killing our people in our homeland. We should not forget that. We also make America to understand destroying the terrorists in the northern Nigeria will not stop the killing of our people, will not stop raping our people, killing our mothers in the villages, our brothers in the farm in the villages by Nigerian army and police. Our problem is not just the terrorists, because we in Biafra, we left us alone with the what do you call it, with the terrorists. We will stop them at the border somewhere in Benue State. The problem we have in Biafra is actually Nigeria army, police, navy, air force. They are the terrorists we have. So, as our party prime minister goes to New York and Washington DC every day, he should remind them that anytime they go to Afghanistan to drop bomb or go to anywhere to drop bomb, the Nigerian army kill our people. We pay the price of whatever they do somewhere. So not just stopping the terrorists that is going on in the north is a welcome idea because our Christian brothers have been. But the problem is that Nigerian army and police have vowed to finish all of us. Even when they stop the terrorists in the north, Nigerian army and police will not leave us in our land. So the best thing, the only way is for us to get back our territory, because our territory is heavenly divine by only as soon as your mother is tying 2 pieces of wrapper, you know you are a Biafra. You don't need a prophet to tell you. And when you see a Biafra, the way a Biafra want to solve problem, that is the way every Biafra, whether it's from Enugu or from Bayelsa or from Akwa Ibom, the same way you want to solve the same problem. Because we have the way we think and the way we reason, the way we want to do something is the same. Our culture, our food, our dress, and everything, the way we behave is the same. Whatever a Biafran is condemning some way, another Biafra sees to condemn it, because that is how we are brought up. We are not the same with other Nigerian terrorist tribes that are going around conquering people's land. Yesterday, I met one Fulani man who told me that he's a Yoruba Fulani from Apapa. I was shocked that now Yoruba have Fulani in Apapa, that we indigenous of Apapa. We were debating it just yesterday. So this is what you call those of them and all these criminals in government want to bring to our land. So if we are not fighting, if Azwina IPOB or Biafran movement is not here by now, you should have Fulani, Enugu Fulani indigenous or Imo State Fulani indigenous. What we are fighting is not just to save the life of Christians in Nigeria. We are fighting to save our own life first, because when Paul was preaching in the gospel, he said, preach so that you will save yourself and save those who are listening to you. We must save ourselves from the Nigeria, because if America come to destroy the terrorists in Nigeria and we are still in that country, we are going to pay the price. Now more. So we must remind anyone who is coming, whether it's Israel, whatever they are doing to bring down the killing of Christians in Nigeria to a stop. Should remember that we Biafrans will want to exit in Nigeria, because our problem is the Nigerian government, not just the terrorists, because the terrorists, by the grace of God, we have people that can stop them in fact before Heruenugu. If Nigeria allow us to do that, we can do it even before America coming. the problem we have is Nigeria. Nigeria is killer. Nigeria have been killing Biafra. Over more than 12 million Biafra has been killed since establishment of Nigeria till now. So sometimes people say 6 million. Since the Nigerian creation till today, more than 12 million Biafrans have lost their life in the name of Nigeria. And only God knows how many that is going to die if we did not get out of that place. So whoever is talking to anybody or anybody, whatever anybody is going to do to rescue the Christians in Nigeria should know that the problem we are having in the Biafran territory is engineered by the government of Nigeria, including those who are the governors in our land who have become a Fulani slave. And British is using them because of what they're going to steal in our land. They have done that. You see the way they change all the streets in Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt is an example of what would have happened to us if Ojukwu did not stand up. Ojukwu was saying that how people are going to judge him in this war is how he has been able to prevent our people from being killed by Nigeria. And that killing is going on. As I'm talking to you, people are talking about the terrorists killing people in the north. Nobody is talking about the people Nigerian army and police is bombing in our land. So we should also make sure that anytime we're talking on this platform, we bring that to the notice of the world. That as long as the terrorists is killing our people in the north, Nigerian army is also killing people in Biafran territory. Let me hang it here. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, no. Thank you for holding your
Did we all hear what he said? So this is a fact that must be established in this time of creating awareness. Is a fact that must be established. The more those terrorists on ragtag, because the terrorists on ragtag have more power in the northern parts. That is why you see them operating. The reason why they cannot penetrate Biafra land is because we have taken a decision that we must defend our land, because we have identified these criminals as Nigerian terrorist army in uniform. This is our problem. They come with armor tank. Sometimes they come with fighter jets. They come with on road checkpoints everywhere in Biafra land. These are the main terrorists that we have today in Biafran territory. So, since we do not have any other alternative, we do not have any other hope, we have been shouting, we have been crying, and this is not time for us to be shouting and be crying. We now have a hope, which is the government. That is the reason why we have now decided to say, okay, this is not time for protest, it's not time for, we have now decided now to come together in one unity, in one form, to know how to tackle this our problem, because we do not have any other two. There's no two ways about it. Thank God that we have volunteers that are ready to defend our land. So we have to fund. We thank God we have volunteers that are lobbying for us. Our acting prime minister, our lobbyists, they are being paid. We all know all these things. So what do we have to do? The only choice that is now left for us is to fund. They were not calling on you to go and start going to Washington DC or going to this or doing that or no. The one that you can do, you can do. This funding part is a general aspect that each and every one of us, even though you are working for Biafra, even though you are, exempt those that are, defending our land, those that have volunteered to protect our land. It is our responsibility to make sure that we fund this government. We make sure that we support this government, for our recognition. All these things is not just going to come up like that. Our territory must be defended. Our land must be defended. Our integrity, our history, what makes you who you are today, must be defended. Do not allow yourself to be deceived at this particular time. The only thing we need now is funding. We already have the structure, we already have the means, we already have the government, even though the government is still in exile. It is our responsibility to fund and support this government, because this government are really doing they are doing the right thing. It doesn't really matter what has happened in the past, but what we are talking about is that we are not looking back, we are looking forward. So please, my brothers and sisters, just like as we are talking about our history and how this bite of Bono and all these things, so all these things are what delay can cost, because it's not as if maybe we haven't risen up before. We have. It's just that some of you decided to slack back. And in this cause, there is no looking back. There's no slacking back. It doesn't really matter what comes our way. You know, it doesn't really matter. That is the reason why you see the likes of our leader, NNAMDI KANU, spring up. You see all the manners of atrocities and all manner of humiliation that he has been through, but he's not giving up. Take a very good look at our prime minister. They cannot betray his own citizen, his own country has to betray him. Finland, they betrayed him just because of the so-called zoo contraction that will soon fade away. So you all can see, but still yet they are not giving up. All these are sacrifice. What about our brothers and sisters who lost their life, who lost their life in battlefield, and those who lost their life as an act of starvation? That was concealed by the so-called contraction in collaboration with their allies, which is the British, because all these people, they are aware. They gave them the support. Our forefathers stood their ground. They make sure that at least, no matter the sabotage, no matter anything, they make sure they stood their ground to protect and defend this land that we are even negotiating, that we are even talking about today. So, my brothers and sisters, there is no time. There is no time. Let us take advantage of what we have today. There are so many advantages that has been provided for us long time ago. Even when our leader, NNAMDI KANU, was here, but because of sabotage and long throats. Now look at what you all have done to yourself. Are you all comfortable? Those of you who sabotage who sabotage Biafrans, are you all comfortable? Are you okay? Are you living large? No matter what you have today, no matter the money, no matter all this, what have you achieved? No, take a very good look at yourself in the mirror and assume your future. Did it stop anything? No, it didn't, because our leader, our prime minister, told us that he said that evil can only proceed. He said evil can only succeed when good people decide to keep quiet. And yet, can't you people understand that good people can never keep quiet in Biafra? Don't you understand? Since 1967, there's somebody like our leader, NNAMDI KANU, who God has blessed with everything in this earth. Who are you? God blessed him from child. Who are you? Not by criminality, not by fraudulent way, but genuinely, with love, with greatness, with wisdom. But this great man has to sacrifice all these things just to make sure that our ground is being defended. Are you mad? Then how much more me? Who am I? Our eternal leader, take a look. Are we okay? Our internal leader, he sacrificed a lot, even though he knew that so many of you are criminals, that he could not even wait for you people to even start donating. This one we are talking about, donating fund. More people everywhere. One dinar, I mean, $1, one ejema. You that is in Europe, $1, it is not even up to $1. $1, it is not even up to €1. Mad people everywhere. Before you will donate, you will first of all calculate how much is it in zoo currency. Because of your freedom, something that you want to donate, what you want to do for your freedom, something that you know that if this Biafra come today, all your suffering, all this your stupidity, all this your brain it will reset. Do you know the meaning of citizen? Have you ever witnessed it? A city? You think that is all this passport are not mugu? You think you just born you are a citizen? You are a fool, slave. Do you know the meaning of first class citizen? That do you know you say you fly private jet, you enter first class? You are a fool. You don't know the meaning of before they even build private jet, they can't give her first class. You know, get sense. You get why? You think that because you get money first class, but you enter first class, but you know who reach third class for country where you from come, and you get sense. That kind of thing, people like NNAMDI KANU, the team pay now where he say how God go bless her with all this wisdom and everything. He go call a whole we will be king and queen and everything. Which kind of this situation was so what? Me, I have to on that manner he used to preach that gospel. I pick the word because this whole nonsense is getting too much. Just imagine over more than 80 million of us being intimidated by Fulani Janjaweed from the Sahel. With their masters, how dare them? Even though that the British and all these people decided to keep quiet, are we not seeing what our government are doing for us? Don't we understand that even as it stands right now, it is only Israel and America that is the only country that we stand and speak for all this injustice? That you think that all these other people that they will not do anything for you? Today, God be the glory. Despite the intimidation, despite the kidnapping, despite the injustice, despite the betrayal, despite everything, we are still standing. And now, today, we are in 2026. Go and check the record. Go and check the records of the achievement of the Biafran government in exile. With this little push, how much more if God is going to touch each and every one of you, and you decide to put down your ego, put down your pride, and understand that this time around is a critical. This is not time for that. This is time for us to come together. Let us do this thing. Let us make use of the advantage that we have today. Let us make use of the advantage that we have today. The whole world now is not talking about the atrocities of the contraction called zoo. Can't you see? If they tell the president of that Venezuela now today that he will not believe, because even the bunker that he have inside this room, because all of them, they are all criminals. Because the security house that he have, before he could get there, man, and the American are aware that they were prepared, that they came prepared. That even though he entered that place, they must make sure they bring him out. So, but there was no need, because before, even though he was trying to make the attempt, he could not get in there. Before so even though now all these things that we are seeing now, is it not? Don't you think now that we the Biafrans have a government? We the Biafrans have volunteers that are defending our land. Don't you see these things as an advantage for us to fund and do the needful? Don't you think that this is an advantage for the Biafran people to take back their country, to take back their land, to chase away these terrorists in uniform? Don't you think so? Is it the time for us to sit back and fold our hands and say, okay, let's wait until Israel comes, until America? No. This is a time of advantage, because only the words, only their utterances, it has already put panic in the camp of our enemies. And there is now distraction and confusion in their midst. And that is the reason why we, the children of God, we, the Biafran people, must take advantage of this time and make sure that we have to deal with this danger, deal with them, because Biafran land is not Nigeria. Biafrans, if you people want these things to happen, we have to fund. I will hit my mic here for others to come in. Thank you. Mazi Max, are you there? Mommy Betty, you are welcome. Good afternoon, everybody. Mazi Max, you have the mic. Mommy Betty, just hold on. Mazi Max, you know you have spoken before, eh? Mommy Betty is just coming up, but your hand has been up for a very long time. Just go ahead and make your submission, then I'll allow Mommy Betty to come in. Thank you.
Thanks. It's just two things I wanted to call out. I missed them when I was speaking earlier. So first of all, from statistics, if we check very well, in Biafra land, 99.9 or even more than that are either Christians or traditional. So even if we have a Muslim community, just negligent. So one of the things I wanted to point out there is, if we check as a Christian back home, one of the things I noticed, whenever someone, or when we are welcoming someone into Christendom, probably either baptism or through convert, we always change the name from maybe when you're born, you're given Igbo name, and then when you're given a baptism, you have to answer English name. Sometimes I ask myself, why? Even though Christendom, or maybe Christianity, is from originally Hebrew, Israel coming to us. Even if we wanted to change like a Christian name, why not Hebrew? Why English? You know, why are we changing our originality to something because we want to be like Christian? What's the connection? Then I realized, these are colonial powers. Whenever they dominate you, they want you to take their name, or they want to impose their power on you. And most of us do this, like, even though I have an English name, most of us do this, ignorantly. It's time for us to start naming our kids and educate our people that baptismal name must not be English. You can have your baptismal name with another Igbo name. it must not be English, because we do this on a daily basis without any knowledge at all that this thing still exists till today. So changing Biafra, Bite of Biafra to Bite of Bini, it's not just there, because this thing still exists. Traditional way of, entering into
Are you guys hearing
matrimonial
them?
home, or bringing men and women together, or
If you are hearing them, please give me a thumbs
home
up.
marriage, like in a traditional
Sharing.
way. So why I'm saying this, because something occurred to me while
Shade
in
something
uni.
here.
I remember I have these two classmates then in UK, and they were getting married. They were born and raised in Lagos. I'm not saying like culture in Yoruba, is bad, but most of them were influenced by, even if you have traditional wedding and you haven't have the white wedding, you're not married yet. You can still mess about. It's time for us to appreciate our traditional wedding. That's the first one. Stop wasting or flirting around in the name that you're waiting for the white wedding. That's the only one you recognized as the real wedding. I haven't seen an English person doing white wedding after that. They are waiting to do the traditional Igbo wedding. It doesn't happen. Once they have their either court or white wedding, that's finished. In my opinion, if we have a traditional white wedding, if you like, do white. If you like, do your court. But the main marriage is the one we have in our heritage. That's it. Ichozi Mestra. Even you don't even need to wear their white. You can go there with Ishiago. Or go there with traditional regalia to represent who you are. Because this dominance is way too much. Sometimes we know, sometimes we don't know. But it's still existing today. It's not just name they change in Biafra. They have done a lot of things. So much damages that, too many of us don't understand. And we might not even know. And we are still promoting it till tomorrow. I don't want to take so much time. Maybe next time I'll just elaborate. That's two things I wanted to call out. One, baptism. Second of all, wedding. If you have your traditional wedding, please, you're married. Any other thing is extra. Day one.
Yeah, Man X. Yeah, let me just summarize it. Man X is saying that if you're a Christian, if you want to go into, this is not about Christianity anyway. If you want to do your Christian marriage, that's fine. If you want to stop in traditional, that's fine. To who is who? All we know that we are Biafrans and we are separate from any other tribe. That is the long and short of it. Minister Betty, look at the number. Welcome.
Yes,
Thank you so much, my lady.
am I to
You
go
are the one,
on?
mommy. Yeah, Uncle the number just want to greet, and he understand the protocol. Go ahead, mommy. You're welcome. Good evening or good afternoon from here. You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you so much. I greet everyone. As usual, there are many of us, and please, I will not go one by one mentioning names. You all know that I love you all, and I appreciate what you are doing. May God bless each and every one of you that is present here, even those who are not present. I pray to God Almighty for our lives and to increase our knowledge You know, we are children of Chukwu Okike Abiama, and so shall it be. I thank God Almighty for giving us a man like Mazi NNAMDI KANU as our leader, with all the wealth of knowledge and wisdom that he has. I pray that God will preserve him wherever he is, so that he will live to see Biafra. I pray also extensively to the release of both Mazi NNAMDI KANU, our leader, and our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. May God bless him. Bless our APM, Mazi Ogenkere. Bless all his going out and coming in. Guide him and protect him. Give him the wisdom and knowledge to keep carrying on. It is not easy, but my people, we have to keep moving. I also pray for those volunteers who are securing our land in homeland, that God will touch our people to donate and know that they are there for our sakes, and that they are not placed under salary, that it is what we give them that they will have. So my people, we thank God for all these people. I have been listening to what some of you were saying. I wasn't there when you all started, but I just say, let me see if our people are on. And I saw Madam Nki's shared Twitter, and I joined. You know, I love what you people are doing. You are fantastic people. And I must
What is going on? Are you hearing them? I can't hear anything now. If you are hearing them, please give me a thumb up.
and wonderful Tito. You are all appreciated. Simon Ekpa, Odogu, Ikukuchuku, Ndewonu, my people. I love you all. Anybody called Biafran, I love them. Especially those who are with Breji, standing Gidigam. I am with you people. I know that those running.
Okay. Are you hearing
Colonize you? Why they came to colonize you? Because you have those things that they don't have. And you will ask yourself, those things you have that they don't have, who is in possession of it? They are the ones. And why are they in possession of it? Because of the benefit and the interest of their own citizens. So you will ask yourself, what of my own citizens? What happens to them? Then you will think of the helping hands, those who help them to achieve what they want. There's a video, an audio of Onyendu that I played yesterday. It is called Willings Report 1958. And in that Willings Report, Onyendu said that this is the architect of our division. Because also Onyendu said that you cannot eat an elephant without dividing it, because the elephant is a huge animal. So also are Biafrans. We are very huge. In that Willings Report of 1958, Onyendu talked about how that report indicated that in the whole region, that it is only the Igbos that will be their problem, because they are very intelligent, they are very industrious, they are very popular. And that was what Sadwana of Sokoto echoed Ahmadu Bello. There's this popular video he has when he traveled to England in 1952. An English journalist asked him, "What do you have about the Igbos?" He said the truth, that Igbos are this type of people, when they come to a place, they want to take everywhere and develop. That is us. We are developers, we are not destroyers. So what we are going to create to this generation is an awareness that Nigeria is not our name. We used to be part of it, but under duress, not willingly. And the time has come for us to depart. When you reflect back to the research of our sister tutors yesterday, of how the Islamic group came in through Usman Dan Fodio, you will ask yourself, what was his agenda? With the Islamic group, there is no religious freedom. All they know is that if you are not a Muslim, you will be made to pay jizya, which is their tax. Or if you refuse to pay the jizya and serve them as their slave, they will unalive you. And that is what is going on right now. Because some of us don't really process the proper information about why we are looking or seeking to be independent from the country called Nigeria. It was Flora Shaw and Lord Lugard that gave it that name. And if we go deep to history, you will realize that during the time of amalgamation, there was an argument about within the colonialists at the time that these people are not compatible, not the culture, not the tradition, not religiously, diplomatically, or politically. But they said, nevertheless, we will recklessly amalgamate them for our benefit. They build railway, taking our oil, our gas, palm oil inclusive. I haven't actually read it in details, but that was what they did. So they got that protectorate. Everything, including the agreement, was about the interests of both parties. They agreed in 1940-something that this is how it is going to happen. They want the resources, and the Fulanis, their own interest is to Islamize because of the scholar, Usman Dan Fodio, and all his brothers and sisters that came with him. And that interest continues to linger till date. And each time you will notice that they use your own brothers and sisters to get what they want from you. No matter what you say, it will always be their word above yours because of their religious beliefs. When Tutus was narrating that very bit yesterday, in fact, I learned a lot. I was just listening, connecting all the dots. So the Fulanis, the contract or the partnership they had with the British is that we will be here taking the resources while you will go ahead and spread your religious interest. And however they do it is entirely up to them. But it is like two elephants fighting, and the grass keeps suffering. All those corruptive ways of them lying to you that you are not from this area or not has messed our mental condition, that it is still very difficult for some of us to think straight like a human being or think correctly. Because if some of us are really reasoning very well, Ngozi wouldn't have done what she did. but she is part of those jihad practice and the means of getting what they want. The same thing with Hope Uzodinma. All the governors within his first era and this second era of the current governors now, these are all workers in the vineyard of Islamic and jihadist mission in that region. Have you people seen or heard Shetima say a word? Gumi speaks for him. While Gumi is not even in the government, there was a time our PM was playing the voice of China Sanworu when he was doing what I do now, before he became the prime minister. China Sanworu was saying that Honorable Ndi Otu Ayi Mesia Ife PM claim. I don't know whether any of you will remember. Who is that? That was Asari Dokubo, because they are all working in partnership as well to sabotage their brothers and sisters in favor of the Fulanis. And it's still the same trend of Usman Danfodio, who said he will dip his Quran in the sea. And the first thing they did was to go and radicalize, what's his name? Asari Dokubo. And Asari's grandfather's name is Edi Abali. So all those people are Igbos. But what did they do after the war? They told them that they are not Igbos. They called them rivers, river state, cross river state. Cross and rivers is not our language. We call it Miri Moozo Balibwa. But they named them so that they will be able to achieve what they want from that end. And what Asari Dokubo does is that Asari Dokubo had special force that he trained. And this special force that he trained kills our people. He said it when he was wielding his gun, that my grandfather sold you people and killed you people, that I am still killing you and I will continue to kill you people, because his mind has been dented. He has been converted to a religion that is very demonic. Because I call it demonic religion because everybody knows that when Moses was called by God at Mountain Sinai, neither Jesus nor Muhammad was born then. And God said, thou shalt not kill. So when they say Allahu Akbar before they kill somebody, or after killing somebody, they say that, most of the time I begin to wonder, who are they killing for? Because God said, thou shalt not kill. So they are demonic. So going back to Asari Dokubo, he is one achievement they have made. Asari Dokubo kills our people with his special force. Assuming that NNAMDI KANU, our leader, is the one that has that group of special force with gun, will the Nigerian government allow him to even exist? So if you people remember very well, it was after NNAMDI KANU created ESN and gave them equipment to protect our land that they started looking for him. And they volunteered, they offered 1 million naira reward for anybody. Was it not an Igbo person that invited him to Kenya? Was it not an Igbo man's aircraft, whether it is an Igbo man's aircraft or not, that brought him? That is how the Fulanis operate. That is their modus operandi, to use your brother to destroy what you are doing. You see, whenever they talk about sabotaging our APM, I laugh. It doesn't surprise me, because they started it from Ojukwu. They sabotaged Ojukwu. They sabotaged Wazirike. Wazirike fell for it. They sabotaged Onyendu. They sabotaged PM. So the one of APM should not surprise anybody. It is their method. It is just their method, destabilize them, so that that common interest and common agreement between the Fulanese and the British will continue to function. Because they know that once Biafra comes, our presence and our existence will shatter that evil partnership and agreement. So the awareness we are going to be creating to our people is to make some of these traders, I don't know, you know, our people are not, some of them are not very educated to know how business works. Some of them believe that if they have property in Lagos or in Kano or in Kaduna, that the moment they go, they will lose it. No. Because people live in Nigeria and they still have properties in America. I will continue to say this so that it will sink into the brain of the business Igbo people and Igbo and Biafrans. No matter where you have your property, no matter where your business is, once you have all your documents intact, once you have all your documents with you, when you travel or leave that area, keep your documents. The house still belongs to you because the legal title is yours. You are the owner. But do not nurse this feeling that there's anything called New Nigeria, that Obi is now smartening up. They have a memo. A memo. Sahara Reporter reported it, that there is a memo that Igbo man should never rule Nigeria, because Igbo man ruling Nigeria is a threat to that partnership. Igbo man ruling Nigeria is a threat that Biafra could somehow come in, because Obi won landslide victory, though I'm not his fan, because he's a very deceitful man. I have spoken to him one-to-one because we go to the same church in London. He will be talking, you think he's an honest man. Obi is a green snake in a green grass. So those of you who are smartening up that Obi coming now will make you win and start ruling Nigeria. An Igbo man can never rule Nigeria, and we don't want to rule Nigeria. We have our own nation, which is Biafra. And if you are not in Breji, if you are not in Breji government, you are, no matter call it Masob, whether you call it IPOB, but you are not with Breji, you are a saboteur. So if you want, because I saw the youth Ohanese on the Twitter report that they want to exit Nigeria. Yes. If you want to exit now, fine, well and good. Join Breji. We must and we continue to speak with one voice. There is no two Biafras. It is only one Biafra. Republic government in exile. And when we get recognition and go home, we will remove the exile. It will be Biafra government. So my people, the awareness that we will be creating for our people and to them is that no matter where you have your property, you will still remain the legal owner of that property as long as you have your title deeds. So don't keep being lily-livered or cold-footed to come back to your root because you are scared of these people. No, they are just using terrorism to scare you. Somebody said here that the military, they kill our people. Yes, that is that division of labor. Because they are in partnership and that partnership must not be broken. The military are in the southeast killing Biafrans. The Biafrans are the worst policed tribe in this world. When you look at our roads, everywhere there is hundreds of military checkpoints. They can even kill somebody because of 100 naira bribe. And you will ask yourself, why are you giving them money? Why are they demanding for money? Because they are looking for a way to unalive you. So we should be wiser than all these lies that politicians tell you. I like what Governor Oti is doing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, I like what he is doing in building and tarring the roads for our people. But even if he becomes the president, we will not look at him one bit. That's the only good thing he does. We will not look at him. I will not look at any Igbo man in that country wanting to be the president, because we will never survive all these plans. When you reflect on what was said yesterday about the Islamic agenda, they even had to defy all odds, even their constitution, to create Muslim ticket. That will tell anybody that these people are serious. And you will ask yourself, how serious are you? How serious are you in fighting for this struggle? And you will ask yourself, from here now, where do we go to? They told you that it's only a Jema and Deje, and you are still finding it difficult. One of our brothers here talked about traditional marriage. My people, can't you even make sacrifice? Because when you look at that traditional marriage, you see how many millions they spend. And you will ask yourself, after this marriage now and all the celebrations, do I have a peaceful home? Do I go to bed and sleep and close my two eyes? All these parties they stage is like making mockery of what we are doing. Because you can't be partying when some of your brothers are dying. You cannot be partying when your government is struggling to make it. What is all that party all about? There are many things that we have to really address. So, Biafrans, when you think of the men securing our land, think of when Onyendu formed them. Think of when PM converted them to Biafra Liberation Army. Think of all this. They are still living in the bush. How do you support them? You want to become a recognized country or a recognized nation. What are your contributions? This is the question you have to ask yourself. Even if it is 1 penny or 1 AJ or 1 AJMA, we will appreciate you. We want to leave Nigeria for good. You see, when any foreigner is coming to that country, they will take him to the north. They never go to the east. They never go to the Biafra land. You know, they call us east. We will never answer that east when Biafra comes, because it's still Oyibo man's name. Biafrans, whenever we come here, we are many. About 56 million Biafrans voted for our self-referendum. What happens after that? Why is it that when we are doing our donation, like we will start in the next 1 hour or 2 hours, we will see nobody? Please, my people, those in homeland, you people are the majority. You are the people that we are fighting to protect for now, because if those of us who live in diaspora decide to keep quiet the way you people are keeping quiet, and you people should come and donate. You have money. One guy built 30 mansions this Christmas and distributed it to his kinsmen. That is fine. But remember that those your kinsmen, if not for everything we are doing, all the efforts of Biafrans in diaspora, These people will send all of you packing from your homeland. So you should come and support what we are doing. Come and donate. Come and donate. Those of you who are in Alaba, Ndi Oga, those in Onitsha, those in Ariaria, those in Kaduna and Kano, those in Jos, those in Tinubu, Tafawa Balewa Square, those in Idumota, those in Shomolu, Oshodi. All of you, you have money. Alaba, you all have money, millions. You will afford to buy one land, millions of dollars, and build. Why don't you come and build your nation so that we will leave these people once and for all? We are over 70 million, but Burundi is a nation in Africa. They are only 13 million. So what is the fear in you coming to support your freedom? Biafrans, I don't know what to say. We don't want to continue talking to people who are hearing, but they appear to be deaf. Come and join our fundraising today. I want to see all of you donating. We have COA. Those in homeland, go there and donate. And we also have our Breji. Our website is www.biafrarepublicgovernmentin.org. Let me repeat it. www.Biafra Republic Government is spelled in full, not G-O-V, but G-O-V-E-R-N-M-E-N-T, government.org. Go there and donate. It's a very simple step. Even elementary 5 pupil can do it. And you are all businessmen and women that goes to China. You don't spend naira in China, you spend dollar. So come and donate it for us. All the Cubanas buying 1-point-something billion Rolls Royce, distributing rice to the whole village. We see all that. Come and donate to us. All the e-monies. Because when Biafra comes now, you people will come and want to muzzle us out of the way with your money. Biafra is not going to operate like Nigeria. You better come now and donate, because you people, you hear what we say every day. You hear it. Come and donate. We need money now. We don't need this long talk. We need money. So, Biafrans, I will see you people again by 7 p.m. Biafra time. Come one, come all. Nigeria is not a home for you people. They don't love you. Do you think that they love Hope Uzodinma? If you think so, think of what they did to Willie Obiano. Immediately, Willie Obiano stepped down and on his way to go and enjoy the money he stole in America, they grabbed him at the airport. So, when you are there thinking of Nigeria, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your time. Let us come together and make our donations generously towards getting our freedom in totality. That is what we want right now. Thank you, Biafrans, and remain strong. For those of you who have been donating, you know yourselves, God will continue to enrich you. Your pocket will never go dry. God will never bless 4 people before you. Always be counted as one of those to be blessed, and we will continue to move. All hail Biafra.
Thank you so much. Wow, Minister Betty. Yeah, almost 20 minutes. Dalo, thank you for talking to our people. You see, Yeah, I want to suggest something to Information Minister, but I'll suggest it back channel. Yeah, something you can put on the Biafra community. Okay, Minister Tidalo. I hope all of us will be at the fundraising. Okay. Mazi Onyeka. Yeah, I know you came before Afam.
Thank you so much.
No. I was here
Before him,
before him.
okay.
I'm sorry.
No.
Go ahead, okay? Sorry, I don't.
All right.
No,
Afam
okay.
Ngwan.
No. Anyway, Big Sis, good afternoon. Good afternoon to all the ladies in the house. Sister Tuto, Sister Betty, thank you for your words. Thank you for always being a mother to us. No, my brothers, I respect you all. My COS, where's everyone? Million, Uncle the number, my brother, Mecca, all of you. I respect you all. Also, my spirit, I'm greeting you, my darling sister from Brazil. Please help me later, please, to send the 50 agent. My sister, my big is this thing I did yesterday to support this space. I will add 30 agent for it to be 50. Then she will send the receipt to you later. My spirit from Brazil, or I will send it to you later, okay? Please. Uh-huh. Then I don't know. I'm seeing Sister Stella, being senior citizen. My respect to you and my love to you, everyone. Anyway, you know what is making me that most times I don't come out to talk is because I've been trying to be busy. I believe Chukwukika Abiyama that I will be busy, and I'm only just trying to be busy to do what I should do. It's all about Biafra. Because why I'm saying this is that it's just that is why we are still where we are today is because of the stupidity of our people. That was why our leader asked for only 100 men, because he sees no men around him, because he cannot do it alone, and he was searching for men he couldn't do for 12 years before he now later our PM came out. And some of us are here. Because why I say this is true Americans are doing what they are doing. These Larrys are doing what they are doing. Yeah, kudos to them. Like one of our brothers said here, it is in the north. And we Biafrans, we are waiting for somebody from far to come to save us. Why we are not trying to do something and we are crying, America, Israel, come and save us. And why we have what it takes to defend ourselves. But many of us become cowards. Ancestors, we even be ashamed of ourselves. There is something our sister said here yesterday to talk. She said that Fulanis, that they are doing the bid of Usman Danfodio over 200 years ago, what their ancestors told them. They are doing everything to dip that their Quran into the ocean. Then we Biafran, what are we doing? We are living the land that our ancestors protected from us, that protected for us and gave to us. We are leaving it for these people to come and take it away. We are talking about 200 years. Sometimes when I reason, I could understand that Britain is not today that they have been fighting us. It's been for more than 1,000 years ago, because we don't know how they hide our history from us. And this Islamic is not today's issue. Sometimes I wonder that things, maybe Sister Betty, sorry, you're talking about Bobby Kubana, whatever, all these criminals, all these useless human beings that are not worthy to live They are not worthy to live. They are not fathers. I don't know why people see these people as human beings. How can you tell me that you are smart, you have money, and you watch your people dying? Who is gonna tell me that because they buy rice and give to our people that they are doing good things? Who says that? They impoverish our people. They give them rice. When you finish giving them rice, they eat it. They go to toilet and it goes off. Then why don't you build companies and give them work? Are our people lazy? Why did our leader say that we can give everybody our oils, that what we need, we can use our hands to do whatever we want to do? We are not lazy people. We are smart people. Each and every one of us have a gift from God. Why have our stupidity is what is killing us? That is why our APM have done what none have done, but still some people cannot even recognize it. Because of your stupidity, because of your jealousy, and you're telling me you're looking for Biafra. Then the Biafra is just in front of you. Instead of you to come and push, and you're still gossiping. One of our brother here said of him hearing Yoruba, Fulani Yoruba. Are you not seeing what is happening now? This is what is happening now currently. Igbo Islam. That is what is in everywhere, social media. Igbo Islam. From Igbo Islam, they will want to graduate it to Igbo Fulani. Because they are coming. And we are here. We are watching the rain. The rain is coming between us. I don't know when we are going to do that. That was why I said sometimes, I said, let nobody tell me about this politically correct. If I have my way, believe me, if I have my way, I will bet our army to leave our people, for them to slaughter people. If we are going to be, even if I'm going to die, if it's going to be 5 people that will survive and be smart, then we will become the Biafran that we are. We claim we are smart. We are smart. We are smart. We cannot even see that the riches, all the slaves we have been everywhere in the whole world, that we are prince and princess in our land because God has given us every gift. Then why can't we fight to chase the enemies away and claim that thing that is for us, and everyone will go back home? And when you tell somebody, they will tell you they are making money. They are doing this, they are doing that. They have destroyed our values. They have destroyed our values, everything. Everything. Our women, everywhere. People don't even see these things. They think it's all about, we talk about money, we talk about things. Tell me, if things are going this way, what shows that we are going to have daughters that will be like our mothers, that we have our mothers' values? Are we going to still have fathers and mothers living in the same home? Are we still going to see our sisters getting married? Do we know what is happening? Because they are fighting this war. They are giving us this war in all angles. They are destroying our properties. They are destroying our women, our values, everything. And they are using the criminals and those that they have inflicted with their blood, dealing with us, the so-called criminal politicians. And our people, we cannot see this. Somebody is saying this, I keep saying this, I said this, was why I said, if our government should look into this, if they are going to lock all the markets in Biafra land, we don't care who dies. Because I keep saying this, we are being politically correct. The stupidity of some people are still taking us down. How long? Because the more we allow their stupidity to take us down, the more people will be dying, the more we'll be going down. And like this opportunity we have now that Trump and Netanyahu is there, who knows how long it's gonna last? Are you God? Do we know that this opportunity will come, if not for the prophecy of our leader, that everything he's saying is happening? Then it's come now, and we are looking at it, and some people are still now going to see. I don't know what to say. I just don't know. Because if we can lock all these markets or get to those people, this one is not where when sometimes some people will tell me maybe you keep it secret or something like that. Nah, I am trying to defend myself, not to be alive. Then I will be afraid. For those that is telling me that you're going to be afraid, maybe you're donating, you're hiding. Are you stupid? Are you a coward that you're defending yourself and you're hiding? The Israelis that are defending themselves, do they hide? They are contributing, they are doing everything. Our people, every time, that is why I keep, okay, look at when things happen, where is hardcore? Where is hardcore, my brother? I know after the jail, our leader, he got collapsed and went away. Where is he? We have lost one. Are you a man? Is that what that thing our leader is saying? Is this the man that we are going to take to war? Even if it has to be the last man standing, we have to be. Why will you collapse? Why will you go away? That is why some people will go and do rubbish and later come back, and you're delaying us. Every time, every day. And the more we delay these things, the more we are suffering. Those who are talking about, my sister Betty, you're talking of those who think they're living in Europe, they are glad. Islam is everywhere in Europe. It will got the time, you that is in Europe, they will even turn your sons and daughters' head for them to wear this jihad, because they are modernizing, they are trooping into the youth. They are using technology, everything, money. And you think you're in Europe yourself, it will come to your family. Because you will be in Europe there. When your son will be manipulated and will be initiated, one day you're going to see him use knife to cut off your head. That is when you're going to know the nature and know that you are the only place you are free is for us to restore our Biafran nation and go back and live our life, because we have our values, we have our ways. We have the way we think, we have the way we reason. We know who we are. Somebody is telling me, how do we reason? Our leaders are where we are. And somebody is telling me that somebody is going for Xmas. I called my mother. I called my people. They were telling me this, do that. I told them, I said, please, I'm not doing anything Christmas for anybody. My leader is inside. My PM is inside. I don't see what I'm enjoying. Our people are dying. I called my mother. I told her that, hey, I will send you my money for keeping. Those that were waiting for me to send the money for her, for them to use, I did not. I told her, I know when I'm going to give you. I gave them what I gave them just 2 days ago because of the New Year, maybe for the visitors that will come. What am I celebrating? Why will I send money to some stupid people who doesn't know that war, we have war, there is war, and people are telling me of Xmas, and you're telling me you're reasoning like a human being? My sister, please let me stop here for now.
Okay. Yeah, I can't, but you go and drink some small water, my dear. Okay, thank you. All right. Tony, yeah, we'll round up with you, yeah?
So much. Thank you, my people. All protocol observed. Before I go on, please, I want to beg my people one thing, please. We should avoid anything emotional, please. Emotional speeches weaken the spirit of people. Please, I know, yes, we to try our best not to sound emotional, because it doesn't encourage, it weakens some people's spirits. Please, I beg of us, please. That's my plea. It's not a autocrat, but I'm begging, please, my people. Thank you. Biafrans, all protocol observed. Yes, I want to shatter the remaining table. Yes, now, because this time around,
Tony, you don't
we
go
are
that
not.
side, I hope you're not going
Eh?
religious. I hope you're not going religious.
No, my lady, no, my lady. I'm just following the topic, okay? I just want to say, you see, Biafrans, I want us to understand this time around, anybody you are talking to, telling him the repercussion of not supporting, use South Korea to tell them what is facing them, so that they will not always remind them. Because since last 2 days ago today, to anybody I'm talking to, I'm telling them the repercussion of their those who refuse to. Everybody's a Biafra, we all are Biafra, but your ID cards will reflect the role you play will reflect in your ID cards. If you support positively, it will benefit you and benefit your children. If you acted negatively, it will affect your children. Do remind them that. Do remind them that. And again, I want us to understand something. Again, Fulanis and us are not the same. What they are fighting is different. The enemy we have and theirs is not same. We have array of enemies, and we have saboteurs that we need to look into. That is why I'm telling our people: if you're a Biafran, know who you are. If you know who you are, you stick to who you are. When you see any character that is not yours, don't discard the person. Don't ever accept the person is part of your iota. Know who you are. And when you know who you are, you know what you can do. Then when you see somebody that is doing different thing, know that the person is not part of you. The land has been infiltrated. I've said this several times. When you have enemies who pretend to be yours because of their spoken spoken Igbo language and Igbo names, like Ngozi Odabez and many of them, that is why you see many. If Igbo account in social media today is 100 with Igbo name, 50 is fake. We must understand that. After the genocidal war, these people pick some youths, some teenage from 10 years, 8 years, and move them to Arab country to radicalize them. Emeka is one of them. They move them to Arab country to radicalize them. They are pure Igbo blood, but they radicalize them from teenage, from teen to adults. Emeka is one of them. Okay, they move them. They do the experiments. Apart from those who are Fulani blood, these are pure Igbo blood that they pick from from tender age, from 10, 8. They move them and they grow. They train them to become adults. Emeka is one of the people I'm telling you so. And these people I'm telling you, if you go to every village, I want you to observe, you will see some 2 or 3 people that are rich are involved in oil and gas. Oil and gas. No matter what you kill, they can never speak against the killing of our people. They always act as godfather in an election. If you know some villages, if I observe people like that. So we must understand the enemy we have and the people we have in our land. When people are talking about, we shouldn't be what's it called? If Big Kubana is if his hand is pure, you should have contested his building that is one of the cash this thing that they seize that hand over to someone else. It's because they know them. They know them. You know that his hands is not clean. That is why they can take his property like that. He did not challenge it. They know the game. They nonsense. Who was the best man? Abba Kiare, who led SARS for 10 years and harvest our organ of our people. It was his best man. So we shouldn't to bring those morons into the picture whenever we're speaking. Okay. Well, let's say if they truly know what they truly care, they know what to do. They can contact secretly and do what they're supposed to do. There are people who are doing so, and we maintain their identity classified. So if they truly know that they are Biafrans, they know what to do. Okay, you see the moron that went to kneel down to Shetima. Do you know what he has done that made him to kneel down to a fellow man, and the idiot share it? I told us one time when he was arresting for money laundering in the airport. He said they detained him for 3 days. He said tested okay. When he came out, he said tested okay. I told the people then that this tested okay means that he has assigned to work for Fulani. And what I said, we see it happening. He began to work with Hope Uzodinma to do the biddings of the Fulani, to lure our youth into hotel where underage men and women, where they're perverting them front and back. So we should know the people that we should focus. Those who need to approach them. Like we said, this year is speaking and doing, not just talking. We are going to practicalize what we have been saying this year. Anybody who is not ready to practicalize it, stop disturbing yourself. We have to practicalize it. You have to go to that mountain, go to Muhammad. Anyone will have to do this year, 2026. No, we don't look face. Every Tabotua will be dealt with this year, this 2026. This is our year. Nobody will obstruct us. That is one, by the way. I want us to look at something. I want us to look into. Because when you know who you are very well, you know who your father is, you will be able to know when stranger penetrate your land. When you see stranger, you know. Some of our people today, whom their parents, they're speaking Igbo, but their daughters, their children don't speak Igbo. Some of us here, we speak Igbo, but we communicate with our children with English. Are we doing it right? If that child did not speak Igbo language, how will he be able to detect who is a stranger? I refuse to do Yoruba language in the Yoruba Ondo state. I felt despite I did my Neko there, I said I must do Igbo language. I know Yoruba very well, I can write and read, but I refuse to do Yoruba language. If you have a family, a 5 family, and you have any school, you have Igbo family there, you have the right to demand for Igbo teacher. Because you have to understand your language very well to be able to know who is a stranger when it's through the accent. It's unfortunate that as someone who married a Netherlands woman, the woman speak Igbo, she don't speak Igbo. They came to know with the teacher, a child born in Newu how to speak Igbo. What a failure, a slave parents. You know, the thing that you are doing, you don't know that you are doing, because you are not helping. You are not helping. Take a slap attacking lady. Ndila nwunye mo nwa ga dey attacking lady. Oba tola so I then know and I say and I do English. You are not good at it. Igbo, you are not good at it. Adiburoja. Please let us help ourselves and do what we're supposed to do as parents. It's not helping at all. That one is, by the way, again, I want us to look into this place. I said it last time, and I will keep repeating it until we look there, because that place is where they cage our people, whether you like it or not. We must say this until we look into that place very well. Because our enemies follow the template Britain use, colonial criminals use. We know that most of Britain blackmail Azikiwe in doing certain things he did. Azikiwe wrote some of our anthem before he changed. So Britain used blackmailing to lure him into one Nigeria. And Britain is today is advising Fulani. Fulani is chaff. Fulani is nothing. A tribe in the Biafra land will destroy Fulani just because they're having the backing of Britain and the Arab. They are nothing. They're cowards. So what am I trying to say here? What am I trying to say, my people? The people, the politicians see that one day, this thing they are doing, that the people will gather, like 5 million people, and they march to Asarok and they destroy them. What did they do? They planted others that Atnas, those they used to cage the mind of our people, divide and conquer agents. They are the people who are bragging on private jets. They are not Christians. They are the Jews. These people cage our people too much. We need to look into that spirit and break that yoke. Otherwise, we'll keep talking. Most of the people we see today that are not supporting what they did, they are people who are controlling their minds. There was a day Ebukobi said that he controlled the mind of their members. He jumped out of his mouth. It's not a mistake. It's Chukwokike that used that to put the word out of his mouth. That is what they are doing. And these people are against Biafra. They are among those who kidnap Malida Mazinani Kanu, but when they come public, because of their member, they will pretend as if only few of them. They are against Biafra freedom restoration because they fear that their business center will be touched. They are into quid pro quo with the politicians. They are worse than the politicians in their actions. If you do DNA test today, many families, they are fathered many children. Yes. I'm speaking with evidence. So these people are all stuck in what we are fighting. This is our freedom. We need to look into that aspect if we truly want to break the yoke. Otherwise, we'll continue recommendating around. They are playing major role in crippling our people. They have their grip on our people. Okay? Again, look at it today. Somebody will see effort of mass and yet will still go and give tithe to somebody who don't even care about them. Do you think it's ordinary? It's not ordinary. So we must do what we have to do and be serious with it. I've sacrificed my life because if my leader Mazinani Kanu will reject everything he's doing for my sake, who am I? It's better to die in battlefield than to sit back and die as coward. Do you know the damage one wife did to our men? Those who come, they abandon the North, they pose one wife on you. Do you know the damage one wife did to Ikenga of our men? A man without Ikenga, functional Ikenga, remain a coward. Ikenga play big role in our life of every Igbo man. But they know they pose that one wife on you to destroy Ikenga. Some men are just as men, but spiritually they are chaff. This is what they role they play. This is thing they what Britain did. Yes, my lady, thank you so much. I'm coming. I round up. So our people must understand where the effort, the problem is coming, and work in that area. And our married women also should help our men. This time, during time we're in period of war. What I'm saying now will sound somehow to those people, those who don't understand it. It can enable you to stand and dominate and defeat your enemy. But when your king is down, you can't do anything. You remain coward. Thank you so much, my people. Let us, and this again, but most importantly, one minute, my lady. If you truly know you want to support Biafra, you want to fight for that land, do you remember the ancestor of that land? All this area, spiritual aspect of it, we don't ignore it. You can't be fighting to get that land and you are eulogizing the ancestor of another people. You think that you want to get that land, you are obstacle on your own side if you don't change in that aspect. It can't be eulogizing the ancestor of another people. Why you are fighting to get the land? The people, ancestor of those who own the land, you don't remember them. You're ignoring them. It's very, very obstructing what we're doing. Look into that aspect. Thank you.
All right. Really? Okay. Madam Stella, you came up.
Thank you. Madam Munki, I salute you. I have to really go away from where I am and enter inside the car. Because the way I was or I am is too, I can't speak from there. So I appreciate you. I appreciate 1 million. Salute everyone. Eunice, salute you. Asie Bunam, salute you. 1 million. Atricio Estuto is here. Salute everyone. Emeka will salute you. David Totiville, senior citizen, is here. Salute you, David Wabo. Anyway, I salute everyone. We are many here because we're running to go to fundraising. So the topic is Biafra have a distinct territory. We have a map. We know ourselves. We know where our land started and where our land ended. So when somebody is telling you dot in the circle, it's mockery. You understand? You know, they have done to Biafrans all the things they wanted to do to us in this life. And yet we are still living, surviving, moving on. And we are also redeclared Biafra. So they don't know how to get to you anymore. They've been getting to you through so many ways, you know. They call it a jihad war or land grabbing or whatever they call it, but they've been grabbing and eliminating us, annihilating us. Yet we are still. So that one has become Obalibogari. It has become what they are not able to solve. You understand? But the good news is that Biafrans are coming around. Even Nigerians are waking up. Biafrans are waking up. They now know that Islam is no religion. Look at what is happening in Iran. A girl, an Islamic Iranic girl, did herself a video. Use her hands and remove it. You understand? You kept us in slavery for how many years? Yeah, so when the world is denouncing Islam, Biafrans, their eyes is opening. And we are understanding that Islam is not where you're supposed to be. It's the where you're supposed to be running away from. So thank God for people experiences, you know. When other people are having experience, it's for us that not gotten to that kind of experience to learn from it. We have never embraced Islam. But we are looking at the people that embraced it, how they are coming out, lamenting. Particularly their women is like, what is that? They will gang themselves together, do video, and it's going viral. A lady will do alone and remove it. It's going viral. Because where they are, if you try to only remove or you're not wearing it, they kill the person. Even their parents will kill them by themselves with their own hands, their own kids. And when they kill their children because they are not following, it's a sacrifice to their God. So they are sacrificing their children, their female children, to their Allah. You understand? So it's a good news that at least now the hidden thing is being exposed, is coming to light. The dangers, the mayhem, the insecurity that is in this religion. And we thank God for that. That our people are waking up to understand it, that is a no-go area at all. And then coming to talk about the fake ones that are operating, like all these fake DBS, operating that they know God. Meanwhile, they don't know God. They will tell you they are one for and la. Meanwhile, you see all these fake DBS in our land. Biafra is coming. I am born when I see the faking and collecting our people's money. How many DBS is supporting Biafra? How many DBS is supporting our freedom fight? How many? Don't they have followers? They do. They collect money. That money, how many? Please, can somebody tell me how many DBA is involved in bringing that is contributing or funding our freedom fight? None of them, because they're all fakes. They are all fakes. Because all these fake pastors, where do they go to? They go to the fake DBA to collect charm and deceive people. So the foundation of this fakeness is from fake DBA that must be stopped at all costs very soon. So if you're a real Biafran, and whatever your religion is, you come and join your freedom fight. Come and join your liberation. Come and fund. Thank God, people are coming around. Have you not noticed it? I can sense it. I mean, the veil they use in covering people's eyes is being removed. Nigerians themselves are trooping in. And they are supported because they know that Biafra freedom is Hausa freedom, it's Yoruba freedom, it's Middle Belt freedom. So we thank God for that. So this evening we are going to have fundraising. Come one, come all. You are in Biafra community. We have our website. Go and donate as much as you can for our liberation fight. To bring security. To free us. Enough is enough of this Fulanization, Islamization, Nigerianization, because they have done us enough harm. It's time for freedom. Like Venezuela is getting their own freedom. A lot of nations, Somaliland getting their own freedom. It is our own turn, Biafrans. Wake up, Biafrans, wherever you are. Are you in Ikota market? Are you in Oshodi Nsale, Oshodi Oke market? Are you in Udumota, Ojuelegba? Wherever you are, join your freedom fight. Fund your liberation. This is the time. Now we still have President Trump on in the office. This is the real. We must not miss this window. This window will not remain forever. It will not remain forever. Let's seize the opportunity and do the needful and free ourselves, just like the Somaliland. Venezuela just freed themselves from a terrorist government. You know, Iran is also fighting also to free themselves. Can we? You see how Iran for 1 week now they've been protesting. In fact, it has moved away from protest to revolution. That's where Iran is now. Biafrans, how about you? When will you begin to feel? When will you to move body? When will you begin to get enough is enough? When will you be pushed to the wall and you say enough is enough and you bounce back? When will you bounce back? I know you're doing it already. We need more of you. Over 50 million Biafrans voted yes, yes, yes to exit Nigeria. We need the presence of all of you financially. Fund. We also have IOU loan where you deposit. You know, you Biafrans, you like business. You drop 1,000 and you will get 2,000. Yes, so IOU loan. You give Biafra government loan and then you'll be paid 100% interest. So wake up, Biafrans. Let's join hands together. This is 2026. There's no stopping us. There's no going back. We have a goal, and that is our freedom. this year by fire by force. In the name of Chukwu Okike Abiam, I salute everyone. Key, God bless you. And let me stop now. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Bye. Now I'm going away from the car.
So, Madam Stella, thank you. Thank you for your nice words to Biafrans. Yes, we hope to see all of us at the fundraising. All right. No. Do you have some closing words before we close and move over by 7?
Uh, Ndewonu, Ndebal, Ndewonu, my country people, my fellow Biafrans, both those that has made it up to this S platform, those that have been listening to us on TikTok or on YouTube, including those that has also been listening to us from wherever and those that will listen later. The only thing that we are calling on now is the unity and the need for us to understand the critical situation and the advantage that we all have at this point, and the need and the reason for each and every one of us, to make sure that we come together and support the only government that is really speaking for us today, because this is not just like when we say government or support funding. It's not just like we are just calling you or trying to tell you that but this is a matter of fact, and this is no longer a joke. This is a very, very serious issue, and we are trying to make sure that we minimize the plans of the enemies against the kingdom of God, and making sure that we hasten up every given opportunity at this particular time. We have seen the sacrifice. The reason why I always give reference from 1967, because I really want us to remember the kind of atrocities, the kind of loss, and is so painful. If you ask those of our brothers and sisters and those ones that have sacrificed, even if you can go back and ask them again, they will tell you that if it is not Biafra, that you should not even come close, because the humiliation, the sacrifice was so great, to the extent that it cannot be swept under the carpet. Even we all can remember that we have arrays of enemies. Today, it is just only the grace of God that we have a voice in the United States of America. That is just the hope we have today. And we don't just have a voice, we have a credible voice, a reliable voice, a voice that God has chosen for us at a time like this. We do not have a sabotage voice. We thank God that we do not have those kind of voices that will want to deceive and will want to work with the so-called enemies, or the so-called Nigerian terrorist states, to sabotage their own people. That is the fact, and that is the grace, and that is how God loves us so much. This is what God has given to us. So for that reason, we all can see, and we have all seen. The reason why I always make my reference, because all these sacrifices cannot be in vain. You ask yourself questions. Like my mommy here, mommy Betty, she also had her own experience. She's a veteran, and she experienced, and she had so many of us here had do you think that is it normal for you to just fold your hand and say, oh, it is? What do you mean? This is our life, this is our hope. You see the wealth, the money, the children, the everything that you think you have in this life, without Biafra land that you come from, what is the need? Is there any essence of that? How are you going to enjoy those things when are you happy seeing your kids growing up in the United States of America or other parts of the world, coming up, growing up, getting to this extent that they're even getting married, and not even recognizing your homeland? Okay, what will happen to you tomorrow when you are gone? And when they grow up seeing you, spending 20 years in abroad, going home just only once in a while, maybe only when there's when somebody die, that's when you will manage. You will even be looking for the location. You'll be calling them, people back home, asking them which location, which area, which place, how do I go, how, you see those kind of nonsense and all those kind of foolishness. But you don't know. This has been happening to most of all of you, most of us for a very long time. But because you think that it's normal, after when you look back, knowing fully that you are a Biafran, knowing fully well that these things you are doing is not the best thing. Remember, knowing fully well that there is something more better than what you think that you are enjoying today, that you would have given to these children, to these kids. But you ignore that, and you swallow those things for years. But today, God now so kind, he now raised somebody that is very, very brave, that could stand, and even that will be able to, because this thing is not everybody that will come and be saying all these things that people will listen to. It is grace and wisdom. That thing that you could not teach your own children, that thing you could not tell, that truth you could not tell yourself, even though you know it, that boldness that you could not take, that step, that thing that have been killing you, making you to spend 20 years in America, making you to spend 20 years in abroad, visiting your home country just only once in 3 months, and go back and spend the rest of your life, even to the extent that even when anything happens to you, that place is where you are going to, you even prefer to even settle than to even come back to your land. You see, all these things that I'm saying now is that it's for us to understand that it didn't start today. It didn't start today, and Biafra land must be defended. So this is not the time for us to start allowing ourselves to be deceived. Today is our fundraising, and we are expecting everybody to come together and support our fundraising for today. Not only for today, but at least coming together, realizing that we do not have any other, a government that is piloting this affair. We should forget about those. See, it is very easy for you to just tell yourself the truth and make a decision, whether you are a woman, you are a youth, you are a man, you are make decision. There is no need. These things will destroy you. The path that you are trading on, it will not help you. You are just locking yourself. It's not something difficult for you to make the right decision. It's not as if that we are begging, or maybe because we cannot beg. We cannot beg you to do the right thing. Nobody is king, but at least choose today the government. We don't have two governments. Choose today where you will be. All these people that are parading themselves, whether they call themselves this and that, whether they call themselves this name, and they try to attach whatsoever government or this and that to that is nonsense. It's not as if maybe it is nonsense. That is the fact. So if you think that maybe after seeing all these evidences and all these things that we are saying, and you decide to continue to trade on that path, look, let me tell you, those people, they are not doing anything. They are not speaking for you. They are only there to deceive you, using those people that they have already succeeded in buying, using them continuously to distract you, coming up with AI and some kind of childish video to deceive you. You thinking that maybe they are up to something. You thinking that maybe they are doing something. They are all lying. They are not doing anything. They are not representing you. They are going about doing their own businesses. Anytime that it seems like maybe it is necessary for them to just come out and lie and deceive you, they must come, because that is their job. They don't care. They are already paid. Whether you donate to them, whether you don't donate to them, they will still be shaking their head like Agama lizard. I am telling you, you think that they will get tired. These people are being paid. You that is watching them, you that is listening to them, you that is their duty is to delay you. Since all this while now that you bunch of miscreants, that have refused to listen has been there, what have you achieved? No, ask yourself, are you people not ashamed?
What have you gained? No, look around. What have you achieved in that that evil area that people find yourself? What have you achieved? Their mission is that, and these people that people are listening to, do you think that one day they will just come out and tell you that they are not working again? Their masters will hold them accountable. You people are there. They used to go to the zoo. All of them, they go to the zoo and come back. You private jets, they have connection with Shetima. You people are just mugu, including those ones that they buy. All those small ones that they buy that they are using to deceive all of you. Even the one that is paying the mad one in France is because she could not get that kind of connection that that some of these mad people have. And especially all these small rats, like all those Christopher Okenwa and the Jito Wak and the rest of them, like Otunwamwe. All these ones are human rapper. All these ones are human rapper. Anywhere belle face, because they are never satisfied. Maybe Otunwamwe is looking for connection now. Maybe he's tired of staying in Italy. Because yes, I know how Italy is. He's tired of staying in Italy now. He wants to go to he's looking for visa to America. Maybe let him, since he cannot play he want to go to America. And you see this foolishness. These are the kind of mentality that's how they used to colonize all these mad people. When you see them, you think that they are mad. When you see them, you think that they have sense. They succeeded in buying all these ones. We change with mere words, with mere words, and they sheepishly they allowed themselves to be used. That was how they succeeded to deceive so many Biafrans today. The reason why I'm mentioning all these people is because these are the people that they bought sheepishly, people that I thought that they have sense, people that I thought that they are reasonable. But where are they today? Where are they? Where are they today? Maybe they might be listening anonymously. They might be listening anywhere. But I'm telling each and every one of them, it shall never be well with them, with their generation, and anything that they bear as fruit in this world, it shall never be well with them. It shall never be well with them, because these people, under their watch, they allow evil. When they were supposed to stand their ground and speak against this evil, they allow evil to proceed. And instead, today, they have all gone underground. It shall never be well with each and every one of you. I am not the one saying it, but the blood of those innocent Biafrans that you people allow to be deceived with your evil steps and your evil support, you people will reap definitely whatever you people have sown. We shall never forgive each and every one of you, because you people are evil. Even up till now, you people have never even find any way to come out to apologize and to retrace your steps, because you know the evil part. You think that you continue to keep silent and you continue to concede those things. You think that one day that all those your evil will not turn right. God will punish each and every one of you one by one on a very good day. You people think that we are joking. Mad people everywhere. Look at all these miscreants that cannot even stand debate. You cannot even stand debate with me, even 2 seconds, that I will not disgrace each and every one of you. Mad people everywhere. These are the kind of people that some of our Biafran people will allow themselves to be deceived by. If you are still under the captivities of all these criminals that I just mentioned now, and you think that you are wise, you might call me small boy, you might call this boy talking. It is your own business. It is your own business. That is your own. But I'm telling you the truth, because this kind of foolishness is getting too much. There are so many of us, so many of them. What of those ones in Germany? What of all of them? Where are all of you? Where are all these people? Where are all of you? You people just decide. You people just want to fold your hand and thinking that let us see how they will succeed. Let us see how they will succeed. All the people that were under you people that were donating through you, all of you, all of you, because you think that you have arrived, all of you went silent, and so many people went into confusion. They do not know where to go. They were not deceived. Even you people prefer that they should not even. Nobody should support again. Nobody should donate again. That is the reason why people are fighting Biafran government in exile. Because your plan is for you to even collapse everything and let everybody go, just like the way the first criminals that sold our leader, NNAMDI KANU, the way that they have gone underground, that is the same way all of you have gone underground. And you think that this will happen in our own time. Well, too much of talk is not good in the evening. So at a time, we have fundraising. I have already given my submission and I have already given my words. It is not just my words, but this is the words of Biafrans. You know, this time around, we are very, very serious, and we are in a very, very serious business. We are making sure that we want to minimize and use every given opportunity and every opportunity that we have, because we are not joking. Not forgetting that our leader, NNAMDI KANU, who was kidnapped from Kenya for over 5 years, being detained by the illegally in that evil contraction, and today
being sentenced by the terrorist state called Nigeria, we the Biafran people, we are not smiling. Definitely, we will do what we will do to make sure that this time around, the world, and not only the zoo, but the world, will feel our grievances, and this injustice, justice will be met. Definitely, whether they like it or not. They said freedom is not given, but freedom is taken. We, the Biafran people, have come to understand. It doesn't really matter how few we are, but definitely with everything that runs in us, we will make sure that we will never faint. We will never look back. We will continue to remain consistent and continue to remain focused. We will do everything possible that this land that our ancestors has preserved for us, that they have sacrificed a lot, that our leaders have sacrificed a lot, that the efforts of our leaders, NNAMDI KANU and our prime minister, no matter every injustice that we have met, they can never go in vain. This is the assurance that we are assuring those saboteurs and those evil ones that are planning that to see the downfall of Biafra. We are here and Biafra is here. Biafra, today is Saturday. Come all together. Let us go to that Zoom and support whatsoever that we have. It doesn't really matter. In a little drop of water forms an ocean. Thank you very much. I say may God bless each and every one of us from here. Good evening. See you in the fundraising,
Okay,
please.
so all right. So that concludes it. Tomorrow we can hold another space again with a nice topic. All right. So thank you everybody for attending. We will see everybody over to the fundraising. Thank you.
fundraising. Everybody join us in fundraising. Join us. Ndewo. Okay, can see the end.